right, welcome back to yet another episode of the Talk of the Sports podcast. And before we get started, of course, a little bit of got to ask you guys how you been. It's been a full week since we last spoke, well, officially on the podcast. We do a whole lot of speaking in our group chat. Jesus Christ. But anyways, how you guys doing?
Yeah, we do. Some people don't know when to back down, but that's cool. You gotta respect it.
Yeah, we're
Listen,
good. Up in the hood.
all right, shit. Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. Let's get started then. We'll get started with the matches that took place today, and specifically the most surprising result. Today was the Merseyside Derby. Everton versus Liverpool, was it? No, yeah, it was at Goodison Park, the good old home of Everton. And Everton pulled out a shocking result, 2-0, with and taking the 3 points home. They've most assuredly secured Premier League football for the next season. I cannot see them falling down below Sheffield, Burnley, and who's the last one that's around there?
Luton, not
Luton, yes. Yes. Oh, Luton and Nottingham Forest. Let me go look at that table real quick. Let me see what those two are fighting for. Because Burnley is definitely gone, and after today's loss, Sheffield is. I'll be surprised if Sheffield even has a chance. Let me
Well,
see here.
the
Yeah,
three contenders are still Forest, Luton, and Burnley.
yeah,
They're
that's actually
secured
close
by
enough.
3 points,
Yeah,
all on the same
Forest
team.
Forest on 26, Luton on 25, Burnley on 23. The last day, the last day of the Premier League is going to be quite the fight for relegation. I'll tell you that. But Sheffield, honestly, just pack your bags. You're going to be playing
Uh,
championship football next year.
16
Um,
is crazy.
but taking it back to focusing more on Liverpool because we know good job to Everton because they got quite a bit of bad luck going their way in terms of results and injuries and things of that nature. And then of course we know that they had the points deductions twice, one of which I believe that they're still in the process of appealing, but I don't think they will have any chance of getting that decision changed or reduced even. But with that being the case, with this win today, I'm sure the fans are very happy because they've, as I said before, secured Premier League football for next season. But as for Liverpool, are they officially out of the Premier League title race with today's result?
Leave it to the Liverpool fan in this. I'll let him take it.
Yeah.
Why are you turning your neck?
Yeah,
You might
why?
not be a,
Why do you
you
think?
might not be a fan, but who said who was going to win? Who
Boss,
was your
there's only one. Take it away, boss.
I'm not. I like to make it clear. I am not a Liverpool fan. In case that hasn't been made
I don't
clear.
see Chelsea colors.
Look, all I'm look. The reason why you don't see Chelsea colors, but we'll discuss that later. Liverpool are literally look. They're done. Let's just get that out of the way. They're done. They have officially bottled the title race. Klopp's last season has been a disgrace. They let him down,
I
or
mean, they
maybe
got a
let
trophy,
them down. Let's get
Carabao Cup.
let's get into that. Yeah, we allowed them, Poch allowed them to have that trophy for whatever reason, and not even just him. The last 2 seasons, we also gave him that trophy. I think it was under Tuchel, like 2 years ago. So yeah, Liverpool are gonna go down as one of the worst Premier League teams of all time because they've won one Premier League in their entire existence. And that was after 30 years of not winning the league. And now, when they're finally good again, they put up this performance over the last years of just consistent bottling. And this season's bottling has been the most spectacular of all their losses. Because it's one thing to lose by 1 point to Man City, but it's another thing to lose when you're in a winning position by losing what, back to back games, or lose one, win one, lose another one, losing against Crystal Palace and Everton, your biggest rival, like just giving you that final stab in your back club as you're leaving out the door. It's just it's beyond me. I can't imagine how they managed to fumble the golden opportunity they had to just load up on trophies for club in the Europa League. And I don't know. Like honestly, like this is the second time. I look, the only reason I backed Liverpool is because I had to.
Oh,
I had to.
wait. Did somebody have your family at gunpoint hostage?
Man City has my pride at gunpoint. And it seems like these other teams don't realize that allowing Man City to win is like the worst timeline ever. And they're all just useless,
Blowing it.
just blowing it, just completely blowing it. Arsenal, 9 point lead, blown. This year, Liverpool, all they needed to do was beat bad teams, win out, blown. At home, blown. And it's like we're watching it and they want to talk about my team. Meanwhile, their team that is so good cannot win anything. The only time they win is against us. Even the FA Cup, even the FA Cup Arsenal won was against us. All the domestic cups Liverpool won against us. But when their main up, who's right here sitting in front of us, Marcus, they cannot defeat him. But it's me they want to come after. Me, humble me, that has retired my jersey for the rest of the season. You know,
Bizarro.
look, I really hope that those 151 charges come down because that would be their only saving grace.
Why do you keep raising this number?
I'm just saying because it's unexplainable that Man City can just run away and all the other teams, instead of figuring out how they're gonna win, they want to talk about the team
I
that
mean,
is
we're
not
not
even in position to compete.
we're not running away now. I mean, we're in third right now. We have a game in hand, but we're
You're
not running
right now,
away.
but what do you think is gonna happen at the end of the day?
Hey man, hey man, I can only speak on what the table is telling me as of today. And as of today, we are in third with, a game in hand. You know,
Look, man,
with
look,
well, two games in hand since we haven't played yet
I have
this week.
officially switched allegiances. I am switching up, and I'm begging you, please win the Premier League because I cannot bear, bear to see Arsenal win the league. I I will disappear. I
Yes.
will, I will not see. I will, bro. I will book a flight to Haiti. I'll go to the jungles of Haiti and go and hide from the Arsenal fans. I won't take my phone. Nobody will. I might disappear off the face of the earth. Please, just
This,
win your games.
this is worse than bending the knee.
I'm bending both knees. I'm bending my elbows. My arms are put together. I'm
Please.
praying for you.
Oh,
I
please.
pray for Pep's uh, luscious locks that are non-existent to keep it together. I'm praying for Haaland.
No
Please start
rest.
scoring again.
Bro, that boy got injured, bro.
Oh,
I
God.
thought when he asked to come off in the FA Cup, it was kind of questionable, but he hasn't trained since. Missed 2 games since, and
Well, you still have Alvarez. It should be okay.
yeah,
He's
yeah. We're not.
firing.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying. I'm just like I did. It looks like it's a lot more serious than I initially thought, and that's
Oh,
what's surprising
so
to me.
like serious, like done for the season still?
Nah, I don't know about done for the season, but it was this morning, and he was already ruled out for a match that's tomorrow. So
Mm.
Y'all be
he
fine.
didn't he didn't he didn't
All
he
right.
didn't play at the
All right.
weekend.
Y'all have won the
So
Premier League without Erling Haaland.
You
Y'all be
no,
also
yeah.
play better without Haaland too. So yeah,
I would not agree with that, but
I,
hey,
I
we'll
mean
see.
it's true though. You know Haaland without service is just a -1 to your team.
We play
You're playing. The teams you're playing are not that difficult.
we
Not like
play.
personal.
Well, I
So
mean, nah, we have Spurs. Spurs has done this in every year. Every year Spurs has done this in.
Yeah.
So
We do it this year, not with that high line.
Bro, Spurs have something to
Udogi is actually done for the season, so it might be actually tough for them. So we'll get to
bottle.
that when we get to that.
Spurs still have
But,
top four to bottle, top five to bottle. They can,
but
they can
before,
bottle it. They have something
bef-
to bottle, so they have a reason to figure out how to lose. If they didn't
let's
have anything going for them, then you should be scared. But now that they actually have something going for them, it's okay.
well,
Just
it's always
remain calm.
it's just I'm just respecting what our track record is, and what our track record is. It's tough
Yeah,
against
you beat them
Spurs. It's
last
tough.
time. You
Hey,
you broke
it's
the
tough.
record, so
Hey,
you
but to bring it back to Liverpool, Zach, is there anything you want to add?
No, I think he pretty much summed it all up. I mean, I'm not surprised. Like I told all of you, I told you all this would happen. It was just what last month you were asking me, oh, do I want to change? No. Why would I want to change? Just who want to change what stance on what? We've seen this happen before. And I don't know what to say at this point. Like, it's all right, Shags. I mean, you came over to the winning side eventually. So
LOL. Me myself, I only have two things to add. Number one, thank you to whoever the cameraman was. Who I know they have probably several cameramen that work the live cameras at every Premier League match, but the specific cameraman who, after Alexander Arnold got subbed off and sat on the Liverpool bench, the specific cameraman who zoomed into Alexander Arnold's face, looking up at the sky as if asking God, "How did we let this go?" Thank you. Thank you.
looking at the jumbotron, like
thank you. Because that man was talking a whole lot of smack
I like that.
for only to be in this position. So to that cameraman, you made my day as a Manchester City fan. Thank you. That's the first part. The
was
second thing, I have to say, I'm going to be looking forward to the documentary that is going to be filmed at the end of this Liverpool season. They've already paid for it. It's already planned. The documentary of Klopp's last season will be made, and looking at how the season has gone, it is going to make for a fantastic watch. I can't wait to see how they, spin this into some type of, last dance type thing. And if they can't spin it, oh, to see all these failures, oh my gosh.
They won the cap, so I already know Chelsea will be in their documentary.
Oh, 1000%. That's the only highlight.
A very prominent role in their documentary.
I think the documentary will end at them lifting the Carabao Cup, and then it will skip to their club farewell parade, whatever they do for him.
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised.
How this is gonna go?
I wouldn't be surprised if, in light of today's, result, the team or a company that's planning to make the documentary already have a meeting planned for tomorrow to get everybody in the room and say, hey, I know we wanted this to we wanted this to initially be about the last season, but how about we make this about his entire Liverpool tenure?
Yeah. You gotta go back to the boardroom and switch the plan around because this
His
is not.
entire Liverpool tenure, except for the first season where they finished 8th. Okay.
Well, and on that note, how about we discuss a little bit about Liverpool's future? Big news that came out today in the world of football. Liverpool were actually I guess news started coming out yesterday because initial news came out that Liverpool was interested in Arne Slot, current manager of Feyenoord, and this morning, and throughout the day, we got that we're not only interested, they are in current discussions with Feyenoord for the price of Arne Slot, and have already been in discussion with Arne Slot, and apparently Arne Slot's team has given the okay. So basically, to my understanding of all the news, the only thing standing in the way of Arne Slot being the new Liverpool manager is whatever fee that is currently being discussed with Feyenoord to let him go. And so, with that being said, what do you guys think?
Classic cheap Liverpool. I told you there's Edin Terzic at Dortmund. There's options, but they want to go cheap. Okay, go cheap again. Do what you do. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. I mean, he has won some trophies in his 3 years with Feyenoord. He won the cup and the league, but it's the Netherlands league. You know? He was a Conference League runner-up
Go
in his
cheap.
first season. So I don't know. I think it's already agreed. So good for them. I guess they found their guy. You know, let's see if he translate. I mean, if he can translate that to win one league and we are runner up and win one cup with Liverpool over the next 3-4 years, then I guess that's a success for him and Liverpool.
Give him 3 years. Okay.
I mean, okay, so do you think he could have the same effect that Ange has at Tottenham? Because with all things being said, Tottenham ends
Right.
Tottenham ends in the champions
Klopp.
Tottenham what you say?
Can we compare Ange to Klopp?
I'm not we're talking about Arne Slot. The club door is closed.
Right, but what I'm saying is like, is Liverpool trying to get another Ange or another Klopp?
I don't think they're trying to get another club. I mean, they're about to
They
go
don't want to
into
win anymore. Okay.
massive turnover.
I
No,
mean, win
because
that
They're about
club
they're
anyway.
about to go into massive turnover.
telling me is they don't want to win anymore. That's
Salah's about to go.
fine.
We're hearing reports that Luis Diaz is looking to go to Barcelona. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say like with him, he's gonna have to rebuild that entire team from scratch. So I don't
yeah.
expect them to win anything next year. The next
So what you're
maybe
telling me
year
is
after,
that
and maybe the third year they win something. I mean that's their plan. Liverpool, they're starting over, but I'll just say he will never be Klopp. Like I don't think he can because Klopp didn't even win that much when we really get into what Klopp won at Liverpool. He just brought them back to winning things. Period. But he
he
didn't win that.
never won a Premier League before. Ever.
Yeah, he brought them back to winning.
Did
Well,
he
No,
yeah,
win him a couple?
no. They've never won one Premier League
Did
before.
he win a Europa League
he brought them
with
back to
Liverpool?
winning leagues. He won a Champions League.
He won a Champions League, but I think the
They
Premier
didn't win the Europa?
because Liverpool has won the Champions League in recent memory. That's what I'm saying. They've
Hmm.
done. They've never ever won the Barclays Premier League. That's what I'm saying. Like
Well,
Klopp
Arne,
is
I don't think Arne is capable of doing that, man.
might be their best coach ever.
Ever is kind of a stretch, man. They've had some really legendary managers. At least in the Premier League era, Klopp is
I
definitely
mean, it's a discussion.
in
It's
the
a
Premier
discussion.
League era. Klopp
But
is.
Aaron, like the dude brought you your first Premier League, like your first. I mean, how many legendary players have played for Liverpool in the Premier League? Robbie
Yeah,
Fowler, Steven Gerrard, and out of all of them, all the managers that they have, Kenny Dalglish, the Kenny Dalglish stand is still in Liverpool in Anfield, and he couldn't even bring them to Premier League.
Rafa Benitez,
Yes,
the Brendan Rodgers.
Brendan Rodgers, where's he now?
Yeah, Klopp is definitely their best in the Premier League. He got them a league after 30 years. I don't think Arne Slot. That's the thing. Will Arne Slot be able to replicate what Klopp did? Probably not.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Why
Arne Slot.
I'm not saying that there's any manager out there that can replicate what Klopp did, but I'm saying that why wouldn't you go with the best chance? At least someone that is from that lineage. It's like a hanging fruit, but you don't want to go for it because classic cheap Liverpool.
I mean, I don't know that Eden Terzic would classify as the same lineage because when you look at the type of football that Dortmund plays, I wouldn't say it's similar to Liverpool. However, after looking up,
It's pretty much like what Terzic came up on. You know, it's
I understand he came up on it, but I can only
it can't be the same place still because they don't have the same caliber players as Liverpool. But
I get that, but all I can judge Terzic on is what I'm seeing, and what I'm seeing isn't something similar to Liverpool. Now, what I can say about Feyenoord is after looking up, doing some research after seeing this news, the limited research I was able to do today, there are similar tactics that he runs at Feyenoord that's similar to what Klopp runs at um with Liverpool.
What?
Now, maybe that's what the plan is that Liverpool management is seeing, like, okay, here's a guy that runs a similar style of football, so although we're starting over, it's not like a complete change because we're not changing. Well, this is the hope, I'm guessing. We're not changing the philosophy and the identity of the team
how
because this
about
is
winning?
somebody who runs similar football. Now you see,
Does
that's the
win
thing.
count? I don't
It's,
think I'm saying.
you, you're gonna be starting over. You're gonna be starting over. You're gonna be starting over. Now,
What I'm saying is, one guy has proven that he can win. He can start over with young players and win. The other guy coaches at Feyenoord.
did he though?
He did.
Wait,
What?
wait. How young was Mo Salah? Wasn't Mo Salah 26, 27 when he first pulled up?
No, I'm talking.
Sadio Mane, wasn't he about the same?
No, I'm talking about
No.
Terzic, Dortmund.
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
Guy
okay,
at
okay, okay.
Dortmund. I'm saying that after, I believe Tuchel left, right before when Joshua took over for Tuchel, I believe.
Yeah,
Right?
I
Yeah,
think.
when Tuchel left, and then Haaland left the next year, and Jadon Sancho left. So he was basically in part of a rebuild. Y'all snicked Akanji from them.
They weren't using him. They weren't using him. There's a reason why we got him for
He was
15
a
million.
starter. Stop it. He was a
There's a reason. If there's no way you're selling a starter for
There's
15
no
million.
reason why Man City said we need that guy because he was
He,
a starter. Okay,
no, no, no. We
I,
said we needed that guy because he was available on the cheap.
because but he was a starter though. They were playing him. He was played. It's because Dortmund, their defense has never been that good. Like so he wasn't rated. He was never rated that high.
Listen,
Man City was able to see Akanji and be like, "Yo, we need him because he was a starter." That's all I'm trying to say. He was playing, but um, oh yeah, Edin Terzic came in, and I honestly didn't expect him to win as much as he has. Really, like they're in the Champions League semifinals, right? Quarterfinals,
yeah.
quarterfinals, and
No, it's semis. It's semis.
semis. Is it semis?
It's semis. Yeah,
Semis.
yeah.
So, and even I think he won even that first year that he had Haaland and Sancho. I believe they won the FB Poco his first season coaching. So that's saying something, at least. And Haaland was still a pup then. Sancho that was before he came to Man U. Before Haaland got snicked off by Man City. So what I'm trying to say is we've seen Edin Terzic did won something like in a much harder competition. Can we all agree on that? With basically young pups. I mean, it's like okay, like he won the FB Pokal his first season with very young players. Like
But if we're looking at if you,
Haaland,
I
I
understand.
think that Haaland was already pretty good, but it wasn't like they were winning like cups. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. If I'm Liverpool, I'm looking at that and I'm going, the guy wins. He knows how to coach young players. He knows how to develop them into stars.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen.
but they're probably afraid of his success, especially this season. Especially, I don't know if he like screws around and makes the Champions League final, and then his contract is going to be bigger.
Listen,
We know.
listen. Hold on. Shakes, before you go, I just want to say this.
Okay.
From what I'm hearing from you, you
Mm-hmm.
rate the DFP Poco, right?
Yes.
Now, from what UEFA states, as of the 2023-24 season,
Mm-hmm.
the Eredivisie, which is the league, the first division league in Netherlands where Feyenoord is, they are ranked by UEFA as the sixth best league in Europe. Now,
Yeah.
We know that the Bundesliga is within the top 5, right?
Yeah.
Dortmund hasn't won a league, bro. In fact, they fumbled it. And Arne Slot has won a league, and he's won their version of the DFB Pokal. So if we're just using your logic, why are you picking?
Because it's the top 5 league at the end of the day, and
Ah,
no, no,
The,
no, no, no.
Shakes, go ahead.
You're
Shakes, go
right.
ahead.
I'm looking at competition, but go ahead, Shakes. Go ahead.
because it's harder to fumble the Bundesliga than it is to win the whatever it's called.
That's a better way of phrasing it. That's a
Like
much better.
the fact that Dortmund were in the conversation was already a crazy achievement, seen as
We were
Bayern
surprised.
11 years in a row.
We were all shocked by the way with
But
them.
was a surprise. So you got to give the hats off to them for even getting there. But like them fumbling it, I know we talked about it. That was just insane. I don't even
Yeah,
know how
that
they were supposed to win that. And if he had, then we wouldn't be talking about the other guy. But I was gonna say, I think the reason why they've gone for a slot over Terzic is probably because Terzic is too busy planning Champions League conquests right now. He's probably too expensive.
That's
Uh,
what I say.
Liverpool probably went for the safer option.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know, someone that plays like you said. He has a similar play style. Now, I don't agree that when you sign a new coach, it has to be the same play style, especially when you're signing the coach for the future and you're rebuilding
That's fair.
with new
Right.
players. So I just think they went for the safer option. It was probably like less expensive. It was probably less disruptive, and they wanted it agreed now. And yeah, Feyenoord really the ball.
You know, it could. I'm not saying it's not going to work out. It could all work out and be magic, but I'm saying, yeah, but there's this guy right here whom like it's if it's going to work out with this guy, it's definitely going to work out with this guy. That's what I'm trying to say.
Also, additionally, like Dortmund, I think Feyenoord is definitely way more willing to let go of Slot than Dortmund
Yeah.
are.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Because Feyenoord are trophyless this season in the league. They're not. What's that? 11 points behind. Is that 11 or 9? 9 points behind. So, yeah, I think it's just a natural end of his since 21, so it's 24 now. So that's 3 seasons in charge. So it's like time for him to move on, and he's ready to go. Terzic would have to be convinced.
Yeah. No.
Especially seeing
I
as
will say a league and a domestic cup is not bad in 3 years.
No.
it's,
No. That's
it's not bad. It's
oh,
not bad, but when there's only 2 top teams in your league,
and you're one of
But
them.
we have
and
but
you
we have no complaints about but we have no complaints about League 1 or La Liga.
I
bro,
mean,
look,
those
you
teams
said,
have more competition than like whatever Eredivisie though. Like those League
look,
name at least 4 teams in League One that like at least though they may not win it, they may not be PSG, but Marseille, Lyon,
no,
Monaco.
no. That's not the argument I was trying to make. The Middle East League is worse than the Saudi League. We have said this before, time and time again. Let's talk about La Liga.
Saudi League.
Is way more competitive. You see those teams always in the quarterfinals of something. Where's Netherlands? Should I start naming these names I'm looking at right now?
What
That's fair.
Them.
are they?
That's
Are
fair.
they?
The Ajax are 5th right now. So it's like
No,
I
no, no.
would go for
See,
Hunger League.
You always see PSV in the Champions League though.
yeah.
They don't do much.
Are they in that league?
Yeah, Ajax in that league. Yeah.
Okay, but Feyenoord, yeah,
Look,
that,
that ranking of Europe's top leagues. Wait, is Saudi in Europe? No, it's not. Okay,
no,
that's
it can't be. Africa.
But if we're gonna say overall top leagues, Netherlands will be down. Uber Eats,
Okay, hold on. Stop it. All right, let's get the official rankings.
More actually.
Let's get the official rankings. The official top 10 rankings are as we state. The Premier League is number 1.
The champ.
Bundesliga
No.
number 2. La Liga number 3. Serie A, number 4. Make Ligue 1, number 5.
Make the league.
Make
That's a
make
that's a very,
make
very fair name. They're part of the
make.
McDonald's family now, so it
Nah,
should
it's not
Ronald McDonald. There,
Can I finish? Can I finish this list?
yeah. Oh yeah, finish.
Okay. Eredivisie 6. Brasileiro, which is the top division in Brazil, 7. Primeira Liga, which is
Mexico,
uh Portugal. What do you
Portugal,
mean?
Portugal.
Portugal. Liga MX is Mexico. They're number 9. Wow, Liga MX is number 9?
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm looking at this list, and number 10 is the Russian Premier League. That's
Yeah,
that's that's
they're
that's the
good.
top 10.
But,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm surprised the MLS is top 16.
uh,
I mean, who's above them?
Who's above them? The Superliga. That's uh,
Asia,
no. The FC Copenhagen is in there.
Denmark.
Yeah, there
then
you go. The name was escaping me.
wow, they're below
I'm
Denmark.
sorry. And then
That's
Denmark is
really embarrassing.
15. Bund Which one is this one? They
Bundesliga.
call themselves the Bundesliga, but
Don't tell me
FC South
Bundesliga two is
FC Salzburg. FC Salzburg. Is that Norway?
that's
Croatian league? I don't know, man.
No, is that Norway?
It's in Europe somewhere. It's in Europe. It's like Swiss league, Swiss league,
Austrian.
Austria,
Austrian. Oh my gosh, I
Austrian.
said Norway.
Jesus.
I said Austrian. And then Belgian is number 13. And then Turkish Super League is number 12. And then
Wait. Turkish Super
Czech,
League is ranked higher than MLS.
yeah, bro. You know, championship football.
It's funny.
Championship football is number 11.
Championship football is ranked higher
Oh,
than MLS.
League 2.
Wow.
Like,
That's actually funny.
It's real tough. It's real tough out here.
It's
It's real,
embarrassing.
it's real tough.
That's rough.
That
That's
is rough.
It's
Wow.
real tough. Real tough.
That's
Real
Bro,
tough.
the championship is tough. Damn. Like seriously, like these championships.
better than Uber Eats League. I mean, I keep calling it, man. They make me,
Bro,
I think most championship teams could go toe to toe with most Uber Eats or sorry, Nick.
Yo, give Leicester some money. They might give PSG a tough time.
I won't even go as high as Leicester. Blackburn.
you're disrespectful. You do realize, is Blackburn even in the championship?
I don't think even in the
They're
championship.
not even in the championship, bro. You're talking like this.
Blackpool. You know,
Bro,
Derby County.
yeah, just naming this man.
Bro, I know for a fact Derby County got relegated.
You've mentioned Uber Eats problems.
No teams you mentioned are in the championship, bro.
Bro.
Who else?
All right, let's get back on topic. What's next on the docket? Of course. Well, I understand why y'all were wasting so much time. You didn't want to talk about the next topic.
All right, there we go.
Chelsea.
Can I go?
Yeah,
That's-
honestly, no.
No.
This time slot. Honestly, this time slot is really for you guys to express your frustrations. So I'm gonna just go first, so I have the least to say. Now, as a Manchester City fan, I'm gonna tell you guys straight up, we had no business winning on Saturday. The FA Cup final should be Chelsea versus Coventry, but here we are with a Manchester derby in the final. Now, unlike facts, a rematch, but unlike the embarrassment that was Man U, our boys were just dog tired. Absolutely dog tired after 120 minutes played against Madrid on Wednesday, which is absolutely ridiculous. Pep came out and actually made a point in the post-match conference when they and he really made a point about it. And typically, I personally don't like it when he complains. This is the one thing I don't like when he complains about. Like, it's tough. The schedule is the schedule. We understand the football calendar is stock loaded because people at the top are greedy for money. It is what it is. You just have to go about it. But when you look at other leagues, specifically La Liga, and the example I'm bringing up, and you have Real Madrid who beat us and moved on to the semifinal in the Champions League, and because of that, it would have, it would have been disadvantageous to them if they kept their schedule the same. La Liga saw that and said, "Nah, we want you guys at your best to represent La Liga. So let's move your game, which I believe was on a Sunday before their midweek semifinal against Bayern. They moved that to a Friday. They
Mm-hmm.
moved it to a Friday. And now when I look at the schedule and I'm seeing, okay, is there any reason why y'all couldn't switch so that Manchester United and Coventry could play on Saturday and then we could play on Sunday? There's really no reason. Like, it wasn't affecting anything. You guys are like, since both teams are playing, it's not like we affect the Premier League schedule. Y'all already have to you already rescheduled it for both us and Manchester United and Chelsea. Coventry's a championship squad, so you don't have to worry about them. So there was really no reason other than just money. Y'all didn't want to move the game, but that's besides the point. Talking about the actual game, yo, we should have lost. If you ask me, there's one person that cost you that game. His name is Nicholas Jackson. If you had somebody worth his salt in front of goal, we would have been down 3-0 at the half. Oh God, good God Almighty, we could have been down 3-0 at half. And as for your performance against Arsenal, I won't blame it on Jackson. But again, if you had a person worth your salt up front, when you guys were actually in the game, it would have been a game, and it could have been a lot differently because, hey, momentum strikes and momentum swings at different points within the game. And at the time when y'all had those chances, and unfortunately it fell to Jackson, Arsenal was only had one goal on the score sheet. Who knows? A different person other than Jackson gets those same chances. You're looking at 2-0 before Arsenal, you know, opens up their flurry. I mean 2-1 before Arsenal opens up their flurry, and who knows? It's ball game at that point. But I guess before I move on, just two things about Jackson in that Arsenal game. The first chance, clear, one of the first clear chances he had, Noni Madueke worked his heart out. I don't know if he dribbled two, three defenders, but dribbled everybody. Laid off a pass. The pass was so good, it drew out the keeper. There was all this open goal to the left to aim for, and Jackson decided to shoot it near post. No angle whatsoever. Shot it near post. Oh, good God Almighty. Second one, clear cross. All he had to do was head it. It was perfect. Man's hand is up by his face like this, and it was his hand that ended up knocking the ball out. Yeah, his head was nowhere near it. Why, as your main striker, are you going to head the ball with your hand like this? For what reason is your hand like this? That's where I leave it. Shegs, Zach.
Um, on your first point about they should have moved the game for Man City, I completely agree with that but the English FA and PGMOL don't like their own league for whatever reason.
It's crazy.
Second point, we absolutely should have beaten Man City. Third point, Nicholas Jackson has been absolutely terrible these past two games. But in his defense, it really just seemed like fans of other teams like complain more about Jackson than we do. Because like for the price and for the amount of games that he's played when he wasn't supposed to, he still has a solid. I think when I checked on Transfer Market, it said he had 23% of our Premier League goals. So if you extrapolate that to our other competitions, he probably has like at least 25 or 26% of our total goals this season. So I see him with all his misses, and it keeps continuing and continuing and continuing. And I cannot help but ask what the manager is thinking, whether he's has him on training drills for finishing. I cannot help but think why he isn't improving, why it's acceptable for him to miss so much against Man City, go out and miss so much, and then the coach just, and he'll probably do the same thing next game, and it just goes on. I really think like the coaching needs to improve. I also think like it's kind of tough when you're literally the only striker at the club. Like maybe the dude is just tired. Maybe that's why he can't shoot a shot with any power. Who knows? But on Jackson, yes, I will admit those misses are pretty bad. And if we had a decent striker up front, well, but we don't. And Jackson is what we have, and for what we got and what we bought and how much games he's played, it's an acceptable L that we're just gonna have to keep taking until the season is over.
Before we move on to your next point, I just have one question. When Alvaro Morata was also missing chances like this, left, right, up, down, center, as you like,
Alvaro Morata
did you
costs
did
30
you?
million more than
I understand. I did you look? Can I finish my
Jesus
question?
Christ.
Can I
That
finish my
is
Can I
not
finish my question?
okay. I'm
Can
just
I
I
finish my
have
question?
another question,
Can I finish my question?
but it's
I just want to know when Alvaro Morata was missing all these chances, left, right, up, down, center.
not even close.
Did you look at the coach as you look at the coach for Jackson?
No, because we were winning.
Because Morata was actually a bona fide star that we signed to score goals, not to be on the bench. We signed him to start and score.
That's
It's not
terrible.
a comparison.
Terrible question. Like
It's not the same.
not this.
That's saying why, you know what? Terrible question. I'm not getting into it. But yeah,
It's not even a tenable question. Alvaro Morata costs 35 million more than Nicholas Jackson. Like it's not even close to.
star already when we signed him. And to start and score. And he was absolutely terrible. Just as bad. Or even worse. Because of how good he was.
Worse.
Because of how good he was already and how much he cost and what we signed him to do. So
And okay, so how about
he
Lukaku?
wasn't 21.
Like,
How about Lukaku?
worst.
Yes, Lukaku is another star that we signed for 100 million.
Wait. Time out. Pause. Pause. I'm not talking about Lukaku, the second coming. I'm talking about Lukaku, the young starlet from the young guy from Everton.
Never been good at Chelsea.
When did we shit on people?
Never good at
He was
Chelsea.
playing. We sent him on loans, and then we sold him. Like, what is there to talk about? He went on loan for Everton for like 2-3 years.
What's that?
Went to
Chelsea forgot how to play soccer. When
he
was great. Came back to Chelsea. I don't know how to shoot.
yeah, like young Lukaku. I never had any criticism for him at all. At all. He didn't even have any time. I don't even know how many appearances he had for Chelsea when he was.
Okay, so that's the answer I was looking for about young Lukaku. If you're saying you didn't have criticism for him, all right, cool. All right, go ahead.
Always
To your
supposed
next
to
point.
come back later. But yeah, Jackson. That's enough on Jackson. But you know, our game setup and our coaching has not been the greatest because even if our striking options are not scoring, if our winging options are not performing, you have subs on the bench and you have better players on the bench and you playing players out of position. That cannot be ignored. Just because, like we know Man City are wounded in the first game, we know they're tired. Why not make a plan to not concede that goal we conceded? Why can't we keep a clean sheet ever? Why I think he played Disasi at right back against Man City when we had Gusto on the bench. That doesn't make any sense.
Nah,
Against
So
Arsenal.
actually, hold on. Before on that point, from what I've heard, Gusto was injured.
Until the Arsenal. Wait. Okay, no, that wasn't it. It was him bringing up. It was the subs he made before we conceded. It was the subs he made before he conceded. He took off Gusto for a center back.
He had to take off Gusto. Gusto
because he was injured, but
Yes.
he had Chilwell on the bench.
Chilwell.
He
Yeah.
had
Let me.
Chilwell on the bench, and then he didn't bring Chilwell on until after we conceded.
Burn down.
I mean,
So
I know this is. I know this might be. Hold on, hold on. I know this might be. I know this might be 2020 hindsight, but looking at how Chilwell performed against Arsenal,
but that's
was
the
it really?
game.
Was
That's
it
the
really?
game. We're talking about Man City, the more important game.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Chilwell didn't play. What do you mean perform?
And Chilwell did actually come off the bench for Cucurella, so
After we were down 4-0. What are you do you remember these
I
games?
mean, for you were one. We were 1-0 down. What do you mean?
No,
No,
the Man City
You're
game.
talking about Man City. Man City.
Oh,
Look,
No, we're talking about Man City. He came
oh,
on for Cucurella.
I'm
keep
saying
Man City.
started both games, so Chilwell didn't start either game.
Oh, so you wanted him to start? That's what you mean by bringing him up?
No, no, no. I'm not even asking for him to start. That's not what I was asking. I'm asking if you're gonna take off Malo Gusto, don't put on Sassy, put on Chilwell. And I understand why Chilwell isn't starting right now because he's still coming back. Also, if you're gonna take up Madueke, don't put up Modric. Put up the guy that we have known to terrorize his former club in the past, Raheem Sterling. But no, you wait until after we have conceded to put those two guys on.
Yeah.
That is a huge mistake that cost us because literally 5 minutes after he makes the
To
sub,
be,
guess what happens? We concede, game over.
but to be fair, after he made the subs, you had
This guy,
a clear opportunity on a counterattack.
to be fair,
Ben Chilwell waited so long to pass off. Sterling was free.
But
He
after,
completely killed us.
after we've conceded and already lost the game, Marcus, why are you? I'm saying this because we already conceded.
conceded.
Hey man,
Conceded. It was done.
The game's done. It's over, Marcus. Like
I mean,
you're like, to be fair,
So you got when you score, not mess up our defense so you can score. We had to keep you guys from scoring to win that game, not allow you to score and then try to do something, and that is why we lost.
we have
And
no.
no, let's move on to his performance against Arsenal, the 5-0. First of all, there's absolutely no reason in hell any Chelsea team from any era should be losing 5-0 to Arsenal. That has never happened in the history of Chelsea Football Club. Do you realize the magnitude of that? We have never lost five. That is their biggest win in their history against us. Are you going to blame that on Jackson? Conceding 5 goals. Is Jackson fault?
That's not Jackson's fault. No. It's one.
oh no. I mean, in the group chat, I already told you. Once I saw Badiashile in that lineup, I knew it was going to be a goal fest back then. Once I saw Badiashile, oh my, yo,
First thing I said he wants to lose today. I literally
This
he
is
wants to lose.
he
He's
started a line of Cucurella, Badiashile, Disasi, and Gilchrist. When he had
but I'm looking. Hold on, wait.
Gilchrist was the one I'm like, okay, this dude really wants to lose, yo. He doesn't care
But
about this game.
I'm looking at your bench. You didn't have any other center backs.
Fun fact.
You didn't have any other center backs.
Pochettino-
Unless you wanted him.
Where was Thiago Silva? Magically missing, not selected.
Hold on, wait, time out. You can't tell me after the intensity of Man City at the weekend, you
He
think
is a seasoned professional who is always ready to go at any time. Thiago Silva is ready to go.
Before that game, Pochettino never won at Emirates in 9
I should have known he was good.
So he put out that lineup knowing, man.
One, there's thing you know about Pochettino, okay? And this is the last point I'll make about Pochettino before we move on. Pochettino is an agent of Spurs. Finn. That's all.
Zach, as the other resident Chelsea fan, is there anything you would like to add?
I mean, blues for life, lose the color. But I'm not really surprised because I called this last season. If you've seen season 1 of Talking This podcast, it's all about me talking about how bad our coaching is and how bad it's going to be because we coach again. So I'm not really surprised. I mean, losing 5-0 to Arsenal, I'm not really surprised. I literally sat down with my food yesterday and I knew we were going to lose. And we lost. That's the first time I've known we're going to lose this game. And we lose the game. Like, boom, goal. Oh, yeah, there we go. And then it's just, the rest is just, oh, let's just see if we can get anything. No, we can't. Yeah, Modric is checked out. He doesn't like Pochettino because he can't get consistent play out of him. I play good, I play bad, you bench me. Then I play good. Okay, you want to play me against this team because I scored a goal, but you bench me for the last 5 games. Modric is out. He's just clearly just checked out. Benching Sterling against his former team made 0 sense. After the last game he just played, cooked Kyle Walker and every other, looked like Lionel Messi. It just makes no sense to me, these selections. And then, this is no offense, I repeat, this is no offense to Alfie Gilchrist. We love Alfie Gilchrist, okay? We love his story, everything. But Arsenal is not the right game to be giving the kid his debut starting game. You may have just ruined his confidence. Like, it's just so, like, it's just so mind-boggling, like, how someone who's coached in the Premier League before does the like he can't do basic things, as like it's just like the cop arresting the teenager for stealing. If you can't read the teenager his Miranda rights and put cuffs on him and at least put him in lockup, why are you a cop? We're not asking you to save someone's life that's drowning. We're just asking you to put this teenager in lockup for shoplifting. That's how I see it. Substitution is like your bread and butter as a coach. And Marcus, you already told me you agreed that he's already messed up on substitution. Well, if you can't even read the purpose Miranda rights, why are you a cop?
Well, we see that his anger has started to affect his Wi-Fi, so we'll leave those we'll leave those we'll leave those very strong words as they are. Chelsea will most definitely have a new manager next season.
Yeah.
So we'll look forward to seeing what they do in the summer. So hey, we'll have something to talk about, during preseason time next year. A lot of hope and expectations, hopefully, for you guys. But moving on to our final topic on today's podcast. Now, we did mention, earlier that Man U was through to the FA Cup final against Coventry. What we didn't mention was how embarrassing that performance was. If you didn't watch,
about Eric Ten Hag, let me
hold
brush
on,
my
before you go, let me
shirt
just
real quick because
let's just set the table.
man's downfall, but this man just keeps rising out of the mouth of the beast yet again.
We'll get to We'll get to you. We'll get to you. If you did not watch, because that's some foolishness, but we'll get to you. If you did not watch the game, Manchester United were up 3-0 at one point.
Yeah.
The game went to extra time because after they were up 3-0, they conceded. I need to bring this up. I just can't do it off the memory because I need to tell you exactly the times each goal took place. Let me see here. Summary. There we go. Actually, whoa. Wrong one. Statistics. You see, sometimes, man, you just can't use ESPN. It's just terrible. Just terrible.
Yeah.
Just terrible.
Owned by Disney, so you already know what that means.
Just terrible. But anyways, Manchester United was up 3-0 after 58 minutes. Now, 71st minute is when they conceded this first goal. 79th minute is when they conceded the second goal. And then they conceded the third goal in 90 plus 5 minutes extra time for Coventry to now force extra time, which, if you don't know, extra what it was extra 30 minutes, 15 minutes each half.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously nobody scored in those extra 15 minutes of each half, and it went to pens, and Man U made it through on pens. Um, now,
Wait. What? So they gave up 3 goals, but they still made it through. Okay, go on. Go on. No, I just wanted to make sure that
so hold on. So you don't think this was an embarrassing performance at all, huh?
they're in the FA Cup final.
Hey, I honestly think that they're look,
Coventry,
Yes, Coventry,
isn't
Coventry City.
City in Rhode Island? Anyway,
That's crazy.
it is. It is.
I thought so. So nobody's gonna care about Coventry after
That is
the FA
insane.
final.
I don't think they're embarrassed, or they should be embarrassed because they're used to being embarrassed. Like, is a clown embarrassed when he has to do his clown dance? No.
Whoa. You know who's embarrassed?
The fans?
No. Someone who lost in the semifinals. Chelsea.
Oh yeah, we're the ones who should be embarrassed, honestly, because of our manager. But but I think I think they would be embarrassed if they had not went through. But hey, at the end of the day, they're still in the FA Cup. People can call it embarrassing all they want, but if they go ahead and win that final, but even the fact that they're in that final is enough to brush it off. They can brush it off. They can take the high route and say Coventry, what a team from wherever they're in. I don't even know if they're in the championship, but great job to them for making it so far. They gave a great fight. They came back. They nearly beat us, but we're the great Man U, and we stuck in, and we're in the final, and now we're facing our noisy neighbors. So yeah, I don't think they should be too embarrassed or even embarrassed at all. Especially seeing what they did today too. So and you are they're that's just who they are as a team. They blow leads and they make them up sometimes. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they lose 7-0 to Liverpool. But overall,
they blow leads, but most of the time, what did they do?
they make it up. They come back. They all come back.
Coaching. That's called coaching. Oh,
Wow.
okay. There is a coach that can have a bad defense and still find a way to win. Oh, there is a coach that can blow leads and still find a way to pull the win out. That's called coaching, Marcus. You see the difference when you coach a team? You pull strings, you're a puppet master instead of just sitting down and which lineup? What do you think? What do you think?
So Eric Ten Hag is coaching.
What?
Eric Ten Hag is doing a great job managing.
He's doing a better job than Poches.
You think?
He's doing a great job. I think they fired him too, but he's doing a better job than Poch.
It's harder and harder for them to fire him. It's getting harder because if he wins the FA Cup, you're gonna fire him. Who are you gonna bring in? That's gonna.
He has no chance. So okay. Final question. So you think what are the chances that Man U win that FA Cup? Go ahead, give me a percentage.
Anything can happen in the final, especially.
Absolutely. But I want to know what percentage you are feeling.
I'll give
me. I'm giving him a 0% chance. Go ahead, tell me.
55% chance they win. 55.
Checks.
I'll give them a 49% chance because it's Havana's Man City.
Wow. And there you have it, Manchester United fans. Not only positivity coming to you from the talk.
I believe
that's crazy.
There's no.
Not only
he didn't Man City, but it's cool. It's cool.
That's crazy. That's crazy. There you have it, Manchester United fans. Not only do you get positivity from the Talk Radio Sports Podcast panel, you get hope. Not from me. But you get hope from these guys. Me personally, I thought it was an embarrassing performance, and specifically Anthony, very embarrassing character. That guy, very embarrassing. And with that brings us to the end of yet another episode. If you've been rocking with us for this long, we really, really appreciate you. I know these last 2 episodes have been a bit longer than what we've tried to be usual to this season. But, last episode was a bit of a makeup, and this episode clearly, as you heard or watched, appreciate you if you're watching, there's a lot of emotions from our Chelsea fans here. And with that, as always, we appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe, leave a rating, share with your family, friends, all that good stuff. And we will catch you on the next one. Peace.